There was a barrage balloon on the playing field in Highgate Wood. They were anchored to the ground by, I suppose, wires. The idea was that they would deter enemy aircraft from flying overhead and therefore bombing, or if the enemy aircraft did come, and they would get tangled with the wire that was holding the barrage balloon to the ground, and they would be brought down. You walk down to the fountain,
yeah,
and you turn left, and there's an avenue of trees, you know, on either side there. They had white paint. There were 3 rings of white paint around those trunks. So because you didn't have any lights, so they had it in case there were army lorries or whatever going in the dark or during a raid. And people did paint things white, you know, so that they would show up in the dark. And when we first came to live here, you could just make out faintly on some of the trees little bits. I mean, you couldn't see a whole band of paint, but you could just make out little bits here and there. I don't know whether you can still see it. I mean, 20 years ago was quite a while ago, and you couldn't see much then. But if you look very carefully, perhaps you could, but you can imagine those trees have grown a lot in 60 years, you know, and there must have been young trees then. If you go onto the playing field and you stand on the playing field with your back to the cafe and look across slightly to your left, you can see what looks like a crop circle or something on the playing field, and this marks the place where the anchor for the barrage balloon would be held into the ground, and we still don't have any grass growing on that spot.